Hello you guys, it's Monica from Show Me Crafty. Happy New Year. I hope that your 2017 is off to an awesome start. I also hope that during the holiday break that you guys had a chance to try your hand at working with rhinestone designs with your Cricut Explore. I just wanted to do a quick video, and I hope it's going to be quick. You guys know I'm long-winded and wordy, so I'll try to make it quick, but I make no promises. A few people have contacted me and expressed concern about using Cricut a lot or some other program that they'd have to spend additional money on to be able to work with the rhinestones in Cricut and Design Space, or in Cricut Design Space. As you know, in my videos, I use the Cricut a lot. Some people have asked me, what's the difference between Cricut a lot and Cricut a lot Pro? I don't know. I have Cricut a lot. I think it's version 4 or something like that. I don't have the Pro. It works for what I need it to work for. So, that's my take on that. Now, I still use my Cricut a lot for some of my rhinestone designs, but mostly I use the Rhinestone World's Design Wizard program. Now, that one's even more expensive than Cricut a lot, so the people who have concern about cost would have the same concern about that program. But mostly I design my stuff within that program and then upload it into Cricut Design Space to cut. However, if you don't have the funds to invest in Cricut a lot or some other rhinestone program, or you just don't want to, there is a free program called Inkscape, and I've mentioned to people before, I think you can do these same sorts of things in Inkscape. I just haven't done it. So what I've prepared for you here is what I hope will be a quick little tutorial on how to prepare a rhinestone template, a pre-made template in Inkscape to prepare it to be uploaded into Design Space so that you can work with it there. That being said, I don't really use Inkscape. I've had it, so I'm not an expert at it, but I did figure out how I would prepare a pre-prepared or pre-made rhinestone template in that program. So let's get started. First of all, you're going to have to, if you have not already, download Inkscape from inkscape.org, and I will place a link in the description box below to inkscape.org. Make sure that you're downloading it from inkscape.org. Once you download the program, open it up. Let's go to our window here. Now, mine, when it opens up, the unit of measure is not in inches. So if you look at this bar here, see the x-axis, the y-axis, the width, and the height. And then right over here in this box next to the drop-down menu is the unit of measure. I change it to inches. Now, before I move my design from Inkscape to Design Space, I'm going to come back and check that, because it seems like when I was practicing this that Inkscape changed it back once I brought the design in, but we'll see. So we have it set at inches. And for this tutorial, we're going to use our familiar template, the Scattered Heart rhinestone template from the Rhinestone World. It was a free file that I got from them more than a year ago now. And they may still have it. I'm not sure, but I will put a link to their website in the description box below as well, so you can go check it out. If they don't have that, they'll probably have something else that you like and might want to play with. But anyway, here we go. You're going to go to File and select Import. And I want to import our TRW free Scattered Heart. And it does the not responding thing, and I just give it a minute. There we go. Okay, so this is what the file looks like when you first import it into Inkscape. Now, those of you who watched my previous videos on working with these rhinestone templates will remember that I used to delete all this stuff over here. Like this part is the actual design. That's what the design would look like. And I didn't understand at first what these yellow boxes were for when I first started out. And so I would just delete all of this and then just work with this portion, taking it over to design space to be cut out with the Cricut Explore. But I now know that these yellow boxes, those are actually the templates. So, you know, that gives you a nice boxed edge around the design that you're going to be cutting out. You don't necessarily need it for the vinyl layer, which this solid heart over here, that's the vinyl layer. You don't necessarily need the template box, but, you know, you can use it or not use it. It's up to you. So instead of doing what I used to do way back when and deleting all this stuff over here, I'm going to ungroup this whole image and delete this part because this is the part that we're not going to need. So I'm going to right click, ungroup, and then I'm going to right click again and ungroup because for some reason it's grouped twice, but it's no big deal. Okay, now I'm going to highlight and get rid of this portion. Bye-bye. And then I'm going to highlight this first template box. So it's highlighting the box and that design, which is actually the rhinestone portion of the design. So it's highlighted both of those. Then I'm going to go to Path, and I'm going to go down and select Exclusion. And this may take a while, but just give it a minute. It'll do what it needs to do. Do it already. Any minute now. Oh, come on, you've had long enough. Sorry, you guys, it's just moving really slow. It says it's not responding, but I know that it'll come back to itself at some point. And sorry about the dog barking in the background. He really wants to be a part of this video, but you know, his paws are too big to operate the computer. So anyway, so that took care of the rhinestone layer, and basically what we did was slice the rhinestone design through that template, and it's just so you don't have to bother doing it once you get into Explore. I think it would into Design Space, I mean. I've tried doing it that way before, and it has just not worked out for me, or it took entirely too long and really frustrated me, so I prefer to do it here. So for kicks, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the vinyl, the heat transfer vinyl layer, and I've highlighted it and the template around it, and gone to Path, select Exclusion, poof, it's gone. Now, note the size on both of your templates. They both have a width of 8.259. So remember that. Now I'm going to go to File and Save As. For some reason, if you hit this Export PNG image, I mean, that's exactly what you're going to get, a PNG image, and we need it to be an SVG. So I'm just going to select Save As, and I'm going to call it Scattered Heart Rhinestone Template. And when you're saving the file type. Like here it gives me Inkscape SVG. But there's also a selection for plain SVG. I don't know the difference. I'm not tech savvy enough to know the difference, but I'm just going to select plain SVG because I don't know what will happen if it's an Inkscape SVG going into Design Space. So this is how I do it. We're going to save that, and then we're going to run over to Cricut Design Space. Yay! And go to Upload Images. Select Upload Image. Browse. And we're going to select our Scattered Heart Rhinestone template. And save the image. Okay, next in our image library down here, Uploaded Images library, I'm going to select that image and click Insert Images. And eventually it will insert these images. Everything is just moving so slow, and I see that, but I'm just going to click the X and then wait on it to do its thing. Okay, and we're back. So the image has been inserted into our project page, and the two templates are grouped together. But what we want to do is under the Layers tab, select Ungroup, and then grab one of the templates, and I'll grab the one for the rhinestone layer first. Select it, go to Edit. In the Width box, I believe the measurement was 8.259. What's going on there? Oh, my numbers lock isn't on. Hold on. 8. Oh, come on, Design Space. Don't slow down on me. Okay, so it's 8.259 for the width. And it automatically changes it to the correct height. If you go back in Inkscape, you'll see that the height is 7.82, whatever it is. Then we select the other template and do the same thing. Change that width to 8.259. Come on. I'm sorry, it really is moving slow. 8. Thank you. Moving on. Okay, and so there you have it. From here, you would follow the same steps that we did in the other videos as far as sending this to the cutter. If you are going to cut it out and use it as a rhinestone template, where you're actually using the physical stones, then you would use a template material. I use Caesar Sticky Flock. I had one subscriber tell me that she used a velvet cardstock, cut the rhinestone template out on the velvet cardstock that I believe she got at Joann's, and then she sprays the back of it with an adhesive spray once she wants to use it to create the rhinestone design. So you could even do something like that. If you're cutting with the sticky flock, if you remember, I created a custom material setting for my Cricut for rhinestone templates, and the cut pressure is 210, and it's a double cut. So if you want to set yours up that way, those are the settings that I use. Anyway, if you're going to cut it out like this, that's what I recommend you do. If you are going to do what I call the baby bling or the faux rhinestone look, where you would cut this template out in holographic heat transfer vinyl, you would have to mirror image this template when you send it to the cutter. And same thing with the heart, with the heat transfer vinyl layer, I would mirror image it. And then as far as the rhinestone template layer, or the faux rhinestone layer, if you're doing faux rhinestones, you would reverse weave that. And I have a video on doing the faux rhinestone or baby bling effect as well. I will put links to the previous videos down in the description box below, so that you guys have easy reference for those if you have not seen them yet. But like I said, from this point you just cut it like we have before. Hit go. I am not actually sitting at my Cricut right now, so and I'm not going to recut this template anyway, because I don't need another scattered heart rhinestone template at this point. But I will refer you back to my other videos, which will be linked in the description box below. And I think that is all that I have for you guys on this subject. It was really just to show you that you could use that free program, Inkscape, to prepare the template as well. Now, there is a way to create rhinestone templates using Inkscape. I've seen it done. This is gonna, hang on, sorry, get rid of this. I've seen it done in a couple of videos. I've not tried it myself yet because, I have some programs that'll do it for me, but I may play around with it a little bit this weekend and see if I can't come up with a simple rhinestone design that would kind of let us get our feet wet with trying to design it inside Inkscape. Anyway, until next time, you guys, happy stoning. Take care. Bye-bye.